America
Hey everyone,
is great
J-Man the
because
Beast here.
America
I'll tell you my real name when I get to meet you,
good.
Trace Gallagher, Rabbi High Immense. I want to let you know that I've been watching Fox News for about the last, I would say, 5 months. You know, from October, not as much during the October 7th stuff. I started watching CNN. I never watched mainstream media, never really at any time. And somebody told me at some point, why are you watching CNN? Fox News is so much more pro-Israel, so much better. Anderson Cooper at the time was talking very pro-Israel. Things shifted at some point, you know? And the guy I really wanted to meet was this guy, Trace Gallagher, late night news. Hi, it's 11 o'clock on the East Coast, 8 o'clock on the West Coast. I'm Trace Gallagher, and here's America's late night news. He has all different people, all different perspectives. He seems cool, a sports-oriented guy. Just seems like a person I'd want to meet. My mom went to UCLA in terms of the Los Angeles thing. I cannot say I am more disgusted with what happened to an elite school over the last, let's say, 7 years or whatever, right? So let's go into certain facts. Like, the only time I actually decide to play the victim is on Passover, which just passed, where it literally says in the good book, "We were slaves, and Pharaoh brought us out of Egypt. The Lord God took us out with a strong hand. And if God had not taken us out of Egypt, we would still be slaves. Our fathers would be slaves, and I would be a slave," right? Think about that idea. That's the only time in the entire 365 days of the year, this year 366, that I am required to act as a victim. The 2 nights of the Seder, right? Also, it's the only time I lean to the left. I've never voted for a Democrat, you know, because we're supposed to lean to the left while drinking our wine to show our kingship, right? Our status. We have been elevated from slaves to free men. Speaking about Jewish beliefs, I went to Jewish yeshiva, I went to synagogue, I got circumcised, all that, shul, whatever you want to call it, and there was something that we learned intrinsically there, besides the fact that we also said, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, from liberty and justice for all." This was before we started our subjects, the first subject of the day. I don't remember if it was in the morning or if it was the Hebrew studies. We acknowledged where we were. We loved where we were. Would I love to be in Israel? 100%. I probably feel more safe there than I do in New York right now. You know, and it's just such a weird thing that we're going from an era where, you know, common sense. I think common sense is gone. That's why my favorite segment is, by the way, those 6 minutes or whatever that you talk about the common sense department. I think right now I might be offending people with my common sense, right? And it goes very deep. Like, I was raised in a very certain way. The idea people in glass houses don't throw stones, you know? And like you get to the basically what we meant by that was that there were persecutions throughout life. Holocaust, beforehand, the blood libels, the Spanish Inquisitions, whatever you want to call it. For whatever reason, people didn't like Jews, whether it was the way they behave, the way they dress, you know, why aren't they assimilating to us? So I started dressing a little more normally, like what's accepted. Then it's like, okay, we were given a state, people don't want that we're given a state. Like, at what point does rubber meet the road? It's like, let's just live with these people, right? Final point. I should have started with this one earlier. We say love is love, right? We're taught love is love. Yet why aren't we taught like what's taught the Bible, right? Love thy neighbor like you love thyself. Don't covet your neighbor's stuff, right? Respect your mom and dad, which also can be applied to respect your teachers, respect the police, right? My grandfather taught me, all shall may rest in peace, which he taught my dad. Sorry, he passed on when I was about 3.5. It doesn't matter if the janitor, he was locked away in the Columbia Hall. janitor helps you, or the president of the United States tells you something in front of you very nicely. You shake their hand, you say thank you. You know, it could be a person gives you a slice of pizza, police officer protecting your shul, right? Whatever it is, thank the person who helps you regardless of what they do. Bus driver, you get on and off. Thank you. Thank you again. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Like, you can, like this whole right side of history thing, you're on the wrong side of history. Be on the right side of sanity, man. At this point, I've been talking almost 6 minutes. My lungs are about to give out. Trace, Rabbi Chaim Mentz, I'd love to meet you. Oh, and final point. If anybody I meet on the street in New York says, Israel's an apartheid state, you're a pig, da-da-da-da-da, I will be gladly willing to drop $2,000, take them across the Atlantic Ocean on a El Al plane, right? Or use whatever other plane you want if you don't want to invest in Israel, but I will because it's my money. Take you to Israel. We'll go walk around, see some Bedouins, some regular Muslims, some Druze, some black people, some whatever, all living in Israel rather, with the same amount of freedoms as in America, with equal rights. Some of them being in Congress, some of them being doctors, some of them being judges. And not only that, they can be Muslim judges who judge the case at face level. Unlike we have where Alvin Bragg, that son of a gun, won't even judge Trump at face level, is completely governmentally leftist bribed, won't declare a crime, etc. You see the paradoxes and the parallels, and you know what? 7.5 minute video. At this point, Jamie and the Beast, I'll see you in the next one. Keep smiling, keep gaming. Deuces, ooses.